We often hear about it takes a village to raise a child, but quite often nowadays that village doesn't exist. Support is so much more limited. So what Minding Mum offers is that sense of community, and that is what is so incredibly important and beautiful about the programme. You know, you have a community of other mums.
It did take me a few weeks to actually get me courage to go, but it was the best thing I could have done, to be honest.
I would have had bad kind of like social anxiety, so at first I was like, I don't know anybody's going, maybe if I do know, that might be different. But I remember the first day I took the plunge to go and sit down, and I was sitting in the car thinking, no, I can't see anybody here that I know, I can't do this. I thought, no, do you want to know something? I need to just bite the bullet, and it was the best thing I ever done.
I can see a great change in some mummies that come and they're very quiet, and you see them come out of their shells, and it's just so heartwarming.
I never met a more welcoming group in my life.
The benefits have been huge. So when Keelan was born, it actually took me 4 months to be able to get out of the house to go and come along to the walk. With my second board, I had postnatal depression, and I really struggled, and I didn't want to get there again. So I needed something positive to go out and meet and be around people like what we used to have like a generation or two ago, where mummies kind of gather outside with their kids playing, have that around me.
It's a really safe place for people who maybe don't have anyone else in their life to turn to. They don't have anyone else at a similar stage that understands and gets it. I've seen at the social cafes, for example, a new mum will come along who doesn't know anyone, but it's really lovely to see other mummies who will invite somebody new into the group, ask them how their day's going, ask them how their journey has been so far, but do it in a really comfortable and natural manner. They can hear other people's experiences, and they might be able to draw some help and support into their own lives from that.
All of the services that are available are normally targeted towards the baby. Nobody really looks after the mum, and that's where Minding Mum is so different and so important, because you need to nurture her and hold her as well as she grows into being a mum, just as a baby is growing themselves. And a first-time mum needs to be held more than any other, to walk them through being born as a mother, because that's such a huge transition in life that really nobody can prepare you for. You're very vulnerable. It's just probably one of life's biggest transitions, really. And to have a community of support to basically hold you during that period is so, so vital.
It was great to be able to have something for me and be Emer, as opposed to being just a mummy or just a wife. It's to have a sense of purpose. I did suffer with postnatal depression with my first child, and I felt like I was nearly on my own, as in just raising the children, doing what you needed to do, being a mummy, and there was no service there specifically for mummy's mental health. There was nothing like that available at the time.
I think what makes Minding Mum different is the vast array of activities available and ways in which we can connect. You're constantly meeting people, helping each other out, just discussing things, making connections. You have the social cafe. I got to have a treatment, I got to meet other mummies, we got to have a bite to eat, we got a coffee.
You relax a wee bit more whenever you're sitting having a cup of tea with someone and your baby might be squealing in the corner, but it's okay because the other baby's squealing in the corner, and you don't, because that's, people don't talk about that when you go out for maybe a cup of coffee with someone in public and your baby starts playing up. Your anxiety goes up, you're worried that what people are thinking. Whereas when you're in a kind of environment like Minding Mums, the babies are just doing their things and you feel relaxed because you're like, it's okay, it's fine that they're doing that, and you can still have your conversation with the other mum.
I think the weekly walk is a very important part of Minding Mum. It's a lovely space with no judgment, and it's a real display of the community that Mind and Mum offers. And it's lovely to see everybody walking together. There's also this side of it where it's like you can go for a coffee and somebody might watch your baby while you go to the toilet yourself.
It's not the activity, it's what happens outside of the activity and around the activity. It's talking to the other mums, sharing stories, maybe empathising with each other about the 3 hours sleep you had the night before, and that can be really empowering and impactful as well.
When you have other people and you know that you're not on your own, you understand other people are going through it.
And you're like, right, it's not just me, okay, that's good, there's other people going through the same thing.
You might just feel you need it that week, or maybe you just want to get out with your baby, but you can offer something to the other mums. You know, you can come back, and then those new mums that are just in those first few weeks or those first few months, and then you have something to offer back.
It's nice that after all the help I've gotten, I'm able to help other mums now as well.
Being able to see how I've changed and how to pass that on to other people without realising you know an awful lot more than what you probably gave yourself credit for. So I think it's helped me understand that as well. But I think doing these programmes has made you realise how much strength you have and how much you can pass on to others.
It felt really nice to be able to give something back and to feel that you were helping another mother. But equally they helped me just as much, and I think that's really the co-benefit of peer support.
I do believe Mommy to Mommy is such a powerful tool that you can use to help you when you're going through any challenging time as a mum, and Mind and Mums helps to facilitate that and set that up and connect people together.
It gives you a network, it gives you a community, it sets you up with that network so that when the programme finishes, whenever your baby is a year old, you then have a network of mums out there to support you.
Like on my lowest days, I know I can come and a mummy can say something and I can relate, and I know I don't feel lonely anymore, and that's really important.
You're not alone, you know, because when you're sitting in the house by yourself with a baby and you're just like, oh my God, you know, and it's just,
To be honest, without Mind and Mum this time, I don't know if I would have got away without medication, but it's definitely been my medication as such.
Some of the people that I've met through Mind and Mum are almost like family. So that's so special. And it wouldn't have happened, you know. In fact, I met my own neighbour at Mind and Mum. I didn't know.
I have watched in the programme so many friendships really, really flourish, particularly for people that maybe have moved here, that don't have family here. Maybe their friends live quite far away and they don't see them as often. They've been able to build themselves a new network of support. And I mean, you can't buy that. You really cannot buy that. So Mind and Mum just offers so much more than a walk and a coffee.